Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting East Coast Honda, and I'm checking out a 2017 Honda Accord in the Sport trim level. Now, it's not just a Sport, it's the Special Edition, new for 2017. The Sport SE or Special Edition is kind of a mix-up between the Sport and the Touring. Lots of cool features, looks really good to me, so let's go ahead and check it out. One of the best things about the Sport is the wheels. So this one has 18-inch alloy wheels and that really sporty 5-spoke design. It also has 4-wheel disc brakes with ventilated disc brakes in the front and solid disc brakes in the back. The name of this color is White Orchid Pearl. So it has a nice white pearl coat. I don't know if you can see with the sun shining on it. It looks awesome. So here in the front you have a lot of chrome all the way across here in the front and the grille area, nice big Honda emblem. You also have some black and chrome there at the bottom. There's that sporty spoiler there at the bottom. Now the headlights are powered by a halogen bulb. You have the projector bulb for the low beams and reflector for the high beams, and then the fog lights are powered by LEDs, a whole strip of them there, a whole row of them. So this is what the key looks like. It's pretty traditional. It has the lock and unlock buttons and the ability to open up the trunk and a panic button. You have the Honda emblem there. So let's go ahead and push the panic button and see what happens. So it just beeps the horn, flashes the lights. Here's the inside of the passenger door. Now you have all soft to the touch surfaces here on the side around your arm, and check out that red contrast stitching. That's looking pretty nice. Then you have this carbon fiber looking material. It's not real carbon fiber, but it looks really nice. There around the handle. You also have some on the dash. And check it out, you have a pocket for your water bottle or whatever you want to put in there, as well as a little storage pocket here as well as the handle. There's your threshold. You can see in the Special Edition the seats are full leather, unlike the other Sport model. Has the perforations there in the center. You have the red contrast stitching, looking pretty awesome. Very comfortable seats too. Just slight bolstering on your body. It's not intrusive or anything, and plenty of legroom. Look at that. Here in the front is fantastic. Then you have that carbon fiber looking stuff there. All right, there's the glove compartment. It's all smooth plastic, so it's easy to clean out. Here's the inside of the back door. Same contrast stitching here in the back, and then you also have the soft to the touch materials around your arm here and here. Big pockets here in the back as well. There's your threshold. Back seat is basically a bench seat, but it does fold down, allowing in a 60-40 split fashion to allow you more trunk space when you need it. There's your floorboard and a slight hump there in the center, but it is flat on top to help out with the center passenger seating position. You have a center armrest with cup holders. When you don't have a center passenger, you can move it out of the way when you do. Taking a look at the back of the vehicle, you can see it has the dual exhaust, or dual exhaust tips anyway. Here, looking pretty sporty. Then you have a combination of LED and regular light bulbs here for the tail lights. Your backup camera is right there in the center, just under the emblem. And check it out, you have a really slight deck lid spoiler here. Very small, but looking pretty cool. And there's your Special Edition Sport badging. And I like the chrome accent there at the very bottom. Kind of matches the top portion. So opening up the trunk, there's a lever in the car, but you can also use the key. So we're going to go ahead and push and hold that button. It lifts up just like so. Then we could just lift it up the rest of the way. It takes almost no effort. So here's your trunk. Look how big that is. Massive. I try to give you as much room as possible here on the left and right. You have a little hanger there for grocery bags or whatever. You have one on this side as well. This one has the cargo mat already in place, which is really good. So you can see those seats fold down in a 60-40 split. And once you fold them down, you have lots and lots more cargo space in addition to our already big space back here. You can fold them down by using these little levers here. So you have one right there, or should I say handles. You just pull on those handles and then you can walk around and pull the seats down. It's designed to where you can lock the trunk with a key. I'll show you in a minute, and that way even if somebody is driving your vehicle, they can't access the trunk. So here's the lever to open up the trunk. You can see it has that keyhole so you can lock it, so you keep people from going in the trunk. This lever also serves to lock your fuel door, so let's go ahead and push it down and release your fuel door, which is on the driver's side right here. Open that up. You can see it has a traditional cap there with a little tether and a place to hang your cap right here on the door, so it keeps it out of the way and you don't lose your cap. So let's go ahead and start it up. So here's the floorboard in front of the driver's seat. So you can see you have plenty of leg room and the floor mat hooks in place. And check out those pedals. So you have the accelerator and brake pedal in like a metallic sporty look, plus that your footrest, your foot place to put your left foot on your left side, is looking all awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. Opening up the hood, there's a little latch, a little bit to the left of center right in this area. Just reach in and lift up on it, kind of up and over to the right, and you lift the hood up. And it does require a prop to hold up the hood, but there's two places to hold the hood up. So you can put it in this first place and have like a normal height, but you can lift the hood up really high and place it down here. That way the hood is completely out of your way. Like that. Isn't that nice? Completely keeps the hood from getting in your way. You're not going to bump your head on it, and you can just kind of see everything you need to see, or check your oil or whatever without the hood in the way. So here's your engine. It's a 2.4 liter 189 horsepower 4-cylinder engine, and it's mated to, it's an iVTEC, and it's mated to a CVT automatic transmission with sport mode. But check it out, it is not covered up with plastic, so you can actually see some engine here. You can see metal, you can see it's aluminum block and has that synthetic plastic valve cover there at the top. That's not a cover, that's actually part of the engine. But that's nice, that's real nice. You can actually see around the engine pretty good. And you can see your intake is in the back and your exhaust is there in the front. There's your battery. Then you have that cross member there to secure both strut towers to get a little bit more stability here in the front, especially when cornering or at high speeds. The inside of the driver's door is just like the other side, except for it has a few more buttons. You have the automatic one-touch up and down for your driver's window, so let's go ahead and see how fast that goes. It goes pretty good, nice and smooth. Then your side mirrors are adjusted here. You have a power adjustable seat with power adjustable lumbar support here for the driver. Drivers always get the best stuff. Then you have your traction control here and your eco mode, get the best gas mileage to turn that on. The steering column, it tilts, it also telescopes. So that way you can get the right position you want, and then you lock it in place with this little lever under here. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. Very comfortable seats. I've got the seat adjusted, the lumbar support adjusted. Feels really good, and my leg position's really good with the footrest here on the left side, and just the overall space is really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on the steering wheel. So you can see the steering wheel is leather wrapped with the red stitching on the inside, and it has that piano black, gloss black surrounding the buttons there. And the steering, the actual leather is a smooth textured leather. It doesn't have like a rough feeling or anything like that, but it is, you can grip it well. It's not like it's slick or anything like that. Then you have some slight grips right in here. Okay, so the buttons here on the right is your cruise control. You also have paddle shifters on the back. So there's your plus, there's your minus, and over here you have your Bluetooth controls. So you have your voice recognition, answer calls, hang up, and right up here is your volume for your radio. Change through your presets or your favorites on your radio. Then you can change the audio source like AM, FM, or CD player, stuff like that. And then this button cycles through different screens over here. So right now we're on the radio screen. If I push it, see, I keep pushing it and it cycles through these icons here. So you have radio, and then your trip computer right here. You have two of those, and then you have this big clock screen, which you can actually change the background to whatever you want, which is pretty neat. But we can go back to the radio. Let's go here so you can see what that looks like. Current drive, and then you can reset those. You can have two of those to keep track of your mileage and stuff like that. But that's what that button does. You just have to rest on the icon you want. You just keep pushing it and then stop at the one you want. Okay, so there's your windshield wiper controls on the right, and on the left is your headlight controls. So you have a off, parking light, automatic, and then there's your headlights. Turn them on, and then your fog lights can be turned on and off here. Okay, so here's your gauges. Check it out. It has the red accents around the dial there, kind of in line with the stitching and stuff of the vehicle. So you have your RPMs there on the left, and then your big speedometer in the middle, and then your engine coolant temperature to the top right, and then the bottom right is your fuel gauge. And right there in the center is a little screen, and right now it's showing your oil life as well as what gear you're in, but you can push this button right here to cycle through some stuff. So you can push that. It goes into your trip A and your odometer. You also have a little real-time gauge there for your miles per gallon, and then it goes into your range, how far you can drive before you have to put gas in it, and then your average, which of course that's not accurate now, trip B, and then goes back to your oil life. So there's a little bit more information on that center screen. I like it nice and clean looking like that with not much on it normally, but that's my preference. Okay, so here's your center stack. We already saw the screen here, but in addition to using that button to kind of cycle through different screens, you can see it has a clock, a nice big clock there in the top right. So you can control the screen with some buttons down here, so you can change your wallpaper and stuff using the display button. You can go into AM, FM, CD, auxiliary input, your phone, and then there's a whole bunch of settings. You can push that, and then you kind of move this dial to choose the one you want, which is pretty neat. And then we can go back out of that. And then there's a menu system right here, which you can choose what you want to do there with the dial. Then there's a volume knob, and then there's your presets for your radio, so you can choose what you want there. There's your auxiliary input. Down here is your climate control, so you have a dual zone. Driver and passenger can choose their temperatures here on the sides. You have your fan speed, where you want the air to blow, and recirculate the air, front and rear defrosters, that kind of stuff. Right in here is a place to put your cell phone, as well as a USB port, so you can plug that in and use the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto feature. There's your power outlets, another big pocket there. Heated seat controls next to the shifter. Let's go ahead and put the shifter in reverse so you can see the backup camera. Those are active guidelines too, so they'll move as you turn the steering wheel. It also has sport mode, so your emphasis on, you're telling the vehicle you want the highest performance instead of fuel economy. There's your parking brake, cup holders here, center armrest. It's very soft and has that stitching in the middle, kind of dividing the driver and passenger's arm, I guess. But check it out, driver has more space, so it's better. It's always get the good stuff. Alright, so this lifts up, and then you have the storage compartment with a 12-volt power supply and, you know, just some space to put some things. It also has a little opening right in here for wires to go in and out of this compartment. Here's your rear view mirror. It has a manual day and night mode. You have some tap lights and place to put your shades, and look at that, it's massive. You can put like huge Hollywood glasses in there. It has that felt lining in the back. Here's your visor, and the visor has mirrors and lights in it. Okay, so let's take a look at the visibility. Alright, so yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, the headrests aren't really that big, so they don't get in the way. The pillars in the back aren't that bad, so all the glass around there you can see great. Alright, so there you go. 2017 Honda Accord Sport Special Edition, new for the 2017 year model. So thank you for watching, and thank you to East Coast Honda in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for allowing me to show off an awesome vehicle. And I'll see you next time.